Okay, slow down.
I'm gonna freaking drown over here. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the kitchen for another recipe video. So this is a special one. We've got Crystal with us.
Hi.
And we're gonna be making something amazing today. So she's gonna be showing us how to make
chickpea fries, and Derek's gonna be showing you how to make
vegan tzatziki. So both of these are absolutely amazing on their own, but together, there's something special about them. So earlier this week, I was like going through my feed and I saw somebody shared some chickpea fries. And I was like, Crystal, have you ever heard of this? Have you tried them before? And you never had?
No, I've never even thought this was a thing.
But you do make me some chickpea like things sometimes, some fritters and like omelets and stuff like that. So I put you to task and I was like, could you please try and make those? And you did. And they were fire, and I asked you to make them like pretty much every day since then. So that's why we wanted to share this recipe with all of you guys, because it is just so easy, so good.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the chickpea fries.
Nice.
And they're super, super easy to make. You only need a few ingredients. One of those ingredients is chickpea flour and water, salt, and olive oil. And the nice thing about these is you can spice them however you want. Feel free to have fun with this recipe. So the recipe for these is going to be in the description, but the first thing you wanna do is you want to pour 1 cup of water into a medium-sized saucepan. Next, you wanna add half a teaspoon of salt to the water. And you want to add 1 teaspoon of olive oil. We have made this before without olive oil, but adding just a little bit of olive oil makes such a difference. So definitely add that. And then you want to bring this to a simmer / kind of like a very low boil. And then in a small bowl, you want to put the remaining water, so about 1 cup. Add 1 cup of chickpea flour to the water. And then this is when you can have fun with the spices. So we are going to put half a teaspoon of garlic powder in there, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of onion powder. And then once you have that in your bowl, you just want to get a whisk and whisk it all together. And this is basically just to get rid of some lumps. So once you whisk this, your water will probably be already coming to a boil, and then you just want to pour it into the boiling water. And then you're going to want to mix this because you'll start to notice that it's going to start to like clump up and get kind of gummy, and that's what we want. We want that.
Ooh, it's thickening up.
Yeah, it thickens up really quickly. So you want to be really like continuously stirring this for probably at least 5 minutes. So right now, this is not gonna firm up at all if we take it off the heat, so we wanna keep it on the heat. I like to turn it down to just a little bit of a simmer at this point, so you know we don't burn anything. But you just wanna continuously stir this until it gets nice and thick. Keep going, it will get thicker. So right now, you can see that it's thickening up quite nice, but it's still not the right consistency. So if you think it's thick now, just wait a couple more minutes because it will thicken up, and I will show you what it looks like when it's at that consistency, what you're looking for. This is like an arm workout. I gotta change arms so my one arm doesn't get stronger. Yeah, there we go. This is definitely the right consistency. So when this cools down, it will definitely firm up, and that's what we're looking for. Once you take it off the heat, you're gonna wanna put it on something that's non-stick. So we're using a silicone sheet just on top of our cutting board. And this is really important because this is gonna cool down really quickly and become pretty firm, but it's also not gonna stick. So it's gonna be really easy to take off and cut later. So as soon as you have it on like a non-stick surface, you want to spread it out pretty thin. You can go thicker if you want, but we like to make fries out of these, so we like to make this really thin. So you gotta do this fast because this will start to firm up really quickly.
All right, so now that this is all spread out, you let it cool, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna let this cool until it's like cool to touch, which takes about like 20 minutes. Usually I just move this aside and like leave it on our counter to cool. Okay. You can definitely put this in like your fridge or your freezer if you want to speed up the cooling process. So I have already made some. So this is what it looks like when it's cooled down. You can basically grab it off the nonstick surface, and that is how much it firms up. So let's cut these.
Nice.
So you want to just cut these into fries. kind of just depends on what you like your fries to be. We like to have them a little bit more on like the thinner side. And then from here, I usually cut the fries into thirds. So they're usually about like that long.
And then next, we just want to load them up onto this non-stick sheet.
Yep.
Baking sheet.
So you're gonna want to roast these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's just get the oven preheated. Yum!
So next, what, into the oven?
Into the oven. And then we want to cook them for 20 minutes on the one side before we flip them.
All right.
So when Derek and I have made these before, we have air fried them, and it turned out okay.
Well, I don't know. I was still impressed. I thought they were really good. We made them really big the time we air fried them, but you're right.
True.
We thought the air fryer was going to be far superior to the oven, but then once you tried them in the oven, they were amazing.
They turned out really good. They get like really crispy, just like a fry.
Yes.
Traditionally, they are fried, so you know if you want to go down that route.
Yeah, they are deep fried.
You can go down that route, but we like to roast them. They taste so good. So. We'll show you when they're done, but let's get making the sauce.
Oh yeah, tzatziki. All right, let's do this. So good. I'm actually so excited about this. All right, so this is gonna be a blended sauce, or a component of it's gonna be blended. So you do need a blender, but you don't need a high power blender like a Vitamix or anything like that. Anything will do. And there's only 6 ingredients in this, so it's like, doesn't require a lot. So first thing we're gonna put in there is some cashews. And I've already gone ahead and soaked 1/4 cup of cashews. So I'm just gonna drain this water off it and then pour the cashews in here. And then I'm just gonna add 1 garlic clove. So if you want it to be more garlicky, obviously add more. And then also some vegan yogurt. And you wanna have like plain yogurt, obviously, like you don't want like strawberry flavored tzatziki. But you also want it to be like as thick as you can. So if you know of like a super thick yogurt at your local store, definitely get that one. This is a new one for us and it seems to work out great for this. So this is like a coconut-based yogurt, and it does taste a little bit coconutty, which probably isn't traditional for tzatziki, I don't think, but it's good. It's really good. So 1/2 cup of vegan yogurt.
You're going for a beat there.
I was, yeah. And then the juice from 1/2 of a lemon. This is a massive lemon.
That is a juicy lemon.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty lemony. Oh gosh. And I also don't need to be using a blender like this big. This is just what I'm using for it. There's very little liquid in the bottom, as you can see.
Look at me helping.
Okay. All right. So many buttons on here. Okay, there we go.
Why are we like this?
I don't know. I don't like it. I wish I wasn't.
I know the same.
All right, so that was really quick and easy. The soaked cashews blend up in no time. So then just into a mixing bowl with this, or you could even put it right into the bowl that you're gonna have it in. That would be fine too if you wanted to save, you know, doing some dishes, but Crystal's gonna be doing these dishes, so I'm not too worried. What? So next we're just going to add some dill. And of course it's totally up to you how much you add, but I find between like a tablespoon and 2 tablespoons of chopped dill is like pretty much the sweet spot for this. All those 1 times that I made this.
It smells so good.
I know. Why don't we get fresh dill more often?
You could probably even put more dill in that if you wanted, but well, you know, let's try it. Oh right, yeah, you chop it up, and that's a lot of dill.
All right, there's 1 tablespoon of chopped dill, and we'll do another little bit.
It'll be good. I don't think you can add like too much dill. No. I feel like dill is kind of what makes tzatziki really delicious.
I think, well, there's only 6 ingredients. I'm pretty sure they all make tzatziki.
Smells so good.
Why don't you marry it?
Maybe I will.
If it pops the question,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like someone else. All right, there we go. So we got 1.5, 2 tablespoons of chopped dill. And then next, we're going to grate about 1/4 of an English, or whatever kind of cucumber, I don't care what country it's from or what language it speaks, 1/4 of a cucumber into here. And I like to use the thicker grate for this. You could use the thinner one if you don't want it like as sort of like chunky, but I like it like this. Not even flexing.
Not
even flexing. So once you get this far, that's pretty much it. So you just want to add a pinch or two of salt to taste. Then you just kind of stir it all together. Okay.
I'm the chief inspector of sauces around here.
So Crystal wanted to taste it first. How is it? I know, I should taste it as well, actually.
Ooh, that's good.
Is it? Wow. Yeah, that's so good. So as you can see, it is a little bit like thin and runny. It does set up as it sits, and it'll set up even better, I think, if you put it in the fridge. So we're gonna put it in the fridge for a few minutes while we handle the rest of these fries, or while you handle the rest of them. Are they done? No, you have to flip them now.
So the fries have cooked on one side for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Let's flip them.
All right.
So that's what they look like. They're gonna be nice and brown.
They look like they're pretty much ready, but you want to flip them?
Yeah, because if you flip them, like they're pretty cooked on this side, but you want to kind of get the side of them nice and crispy. So I flip them, and then we'll put these in the oven for about 10 more minutes when we do that.
Try a little sample. Ooh, they're good. Whew, hot though.
So good, but they do need a little bit of that extra time to really crisp up.
So what I was thinking would be so good for these, or like to use them at like a family function, for like an appetizer or something like that, or if you're having people over. Be amazing as an appetizer. Although it would also be good as a whole meal because they're so good.
I think it would be nice at a family function. I think they would go really quickly.
Yeah, they would, for sure.
They're definitely the best when they come out of the oven or like a few minutes after they've cooled down.
When they're fresh. When
they sit for a little while, they're not as crispy.
No.
Especially because we're baking them, right? We're not frying them.
They're still tasty, but yeah, they just don't have the same texture.
Oh, they look so good.
All right, let's hear the crunch.
So one batch of these chickpea fries will make about these many fries. So if you are cooking for a lot of people, or if you have like really hungry kids or something like that, you might want to double, maybe even triple the recipe.
Yeah, 2-3 layers maybe even at the same time.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, but what we went and did was cook some ahead of time because we just wanted lots to eat and also lots for the thumbnail and everything like that. And I wanted Crystal to try out some different flavors because I was curious. So what did you do? Some of these you put like Ras Al Hanout in, right?
So one of them I did liquid smoke, so good, with a little bit of Ras Al Hanout spice. And then the other one I did a curry spice with a little bit of cumin and garlic powder as well.
I don't know which one I just had, but it was next level.
You could even make the batter and put like chopped green onion in it, or even put herbs in them.
Chopped green onion would be so good. Why didn't you say that beforehand? Okay.
I know, right? And then the other thing too is that traditionally these are like served on their own, but you can make a dip. So we made tzatziki, but like a really good dip for these would be hummus or baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush. But I don't know, they're so good on their own. They don't need like a whole lot, but tzatziki was amazing with it. Like, I don't think you could have a better dip for it. So let's get that in the bowl. Let's get the fresh fries on top of these. Taste it all together.
Love it.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a couple that are already pre-dipped.
Talk about a good opportunity. Yeah, I'm no Gaz Oakley over here, but I do know how to put a sprig of dill in my tzatziki. That looks amazing. Oh yeah. All right, they're fresh out of the oven. The tzatziki is fresh out of the fridge. So let's try this out. Oh my goodness.
You don't have to ask me twice. So good.
So good.
Man, I feel like we could just sit here all and just eat all of it.
I know, we gotta like close this video.
We gotta end this video because no, not yet though. I just need one more. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. So I guess that's probably it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely hit the like button. You guys know we appreciate it. It helps us out. Subscribe so you can see more from us and me. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys ever had chickpea fries? And like, do you ever use chickpea flour? Because it's pretty awesome and it's pretty cheap. I think we should all be using it a little bit more. So good. So see you guys. See you soon. We'll see you soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
What do you think would happen if we just like cooked this whole thing?
Oh, I think good things would happen if we cooked that whole thing. I think it would be like a naan bread or something like that.
Oh no.
I think it looks pretty good. Here, let's get it off there. Oh, you're breaking bread.
Ooh, hot, hot. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not as good as the fries though, because it doesn't cook like, it's still kind of like raw a little bit in the middle.
But man, the crispy little edges though.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. It's kind of good. Like I feel like you could use it as a wrap. Like what? I don't
Something.
know. What do you think you could use this? I feel like I could live off this.
Yeah.